want to know how your customers really interact with your product? Watch this video and I'll show you how to do that using a customer journey map. I'm Elena Astilleros and I share the tools that big companies use to design the products you love. Subscribe to my channel so you can learn those tools too. If you watch till the end, I'm going to show you how Starbucks use journey maps to save their customers dozens of hours every year. Customer journey maps are used by leaders who are obsessed with the experience that their customers get from their products. So if that's you, keep watching. So let's talk about your journey map. Your journey map is a matrix that you're going to put on a big wall, and you're going to have rows and columns that correspond. The first thing that we're going to cover are your rows. Your rows are standard across most user journey maps, and there's 7 rows that we're going to cover. First, it's your actions. Actions are what are your customers doing. Then the second row is the touch point. How are you interacting with your customer? And the third one is channels, and that one you could smoosh in with touch points sometimes, but sometimes you want it separate. Your channels are, is it the radio? Is it email? What channels are you using? What channels are your customers using at that point? The next is you're talking about the highlights. What is your customer doing at that moment that they're really, really excited about? On the flip side of highlights is we're gonna talk about your pain points. What is it that your customer hates at this point? And then we're gonna talk about overall feelings for a piece of the journey. And finally, you're gonna pull out the wish list. Now, these rows are give or take. You can move some, you can expand some, you could smush some, you can make them bigger, but these are the standard rows that come out in most user journey maps. What are some of the touch points and channels that your customers use to interact with you? Share that in the comments below. This next part is very, very personal to you and your brand. This is the columns of your journey map. What are the stages? One of the best ways you can think about it is, what did they do before? How did they hear about it? What are they doing during? And what are they doing afterwards? In a previous video, I talked about a football fan named Mike. He's an Eagles football fan from the United States who has left Philadelphia, moved to Los Angeles, and he wants his team to win. He wants to have fun. He wants to stay connected with his community. What are the different stages that Mike interacts with the Eagles? Let's talk about the ticket journey. Before he's buying any tickets, before he's moving to any action, he's hearing things from his community, hearing things from his friends. So he's starting to get this feel for the season. Then there's the part where he's actually buying the tickets. So what does that look like? Is he calling his friends? Is he coordinating? What does that look like? That's the stage, and you're going to take it through all of those rows. What's the next stage? He's going to the football game. So he's there in the football game and he's about to have lots of fun. Then the final piece is, what does he do after the football game? You could use columns like those as the stages of your interaction. You can add other items too, like what is he doing during the off season? What is he doing at Christmas time? That's when a lot of tickets are purchased, right? Just use the columns as stages that your client goes through. You have your framework for a journey map. That framework could actually create a lot of discussion, and you can make it go for hours and hours and hours. So how do you make sure that it's in a contained amount of time and that you're getting the information you want? Most of us have never been trained on how to run a workshop and how to make the most of people's time. I wrote about how to run workshops, how to run meetings in my book called Invisible Leader. Take a look, grab a copy, and it will actually show you step by step what to do before, during, and after a session, a workshop, to get the most out of your time. Do you like this content? Let me know by liking and subscribing to this channel. And if you have a colleague that you'd love to run this workshop with, tag them in the comments below. So now you've reached the end, and it's my turn to tell you the little story about Starbucks. So years ago, if you were someone who just liked drinking black coffee or just a regular coffee, you would go in line and you would put your order in. Well, your order would go in the queue with everybody else. So that meant you could wait up to 10 minutes if there were a lot of orders for custom macchiato frappuccino drink. What Starbucks found when they did their own customer journey map was that was a lot of displeasure from their plain coffee drinkers. And when they saw that displeasure, they started thinking, well, what can we do to minimize that pain, to make it a better experience for our customers? Luckily, they came up with a great solution to this. And if you are a regular coffee drinker at Starbucks, today when you go to a line, no matter how many people are in front of you or behind you, if you say, I just want a drip, a black coffee, the person who is ringing you up will stop what they're doing, go get you your coffee, serve it to you while you are ordering, saving you so much time. If you were buying a coffee every day, you're saving up to 10 minutes a day, dozens of hours a year, and all because of their customer user journey. I hope you saw that this is a low-tech way that can be created very high-tech on how to create better journeys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.